Are you somebody who experiences headaches on a regular basis? Maybe bouts of dizziness, really tight neck, maybe even some upper neck pain, maybe even some lower back pain, maybe even you have some GI symptoms, or do you even have trouble breathing? Now, if any of those symptoms relate to you, then you're not alone. Because actually a lot of these symptoms are linked to issues and dysfunction of the upper neck, which about 10 to even 20% of North American adults experience every single year. Now, what if I was to tell you that there are 3 simple stretches that you can start doing today to maybe start to alleviate or even eliminate the symptoms I just listed? Hi, my name is Coach Jeff, and I have been a health and fitness professional and fitness coach for over 10 years now. And in the time that I have been coaching, I have come across hundreds of people with those exact symptoms. Now, what I'm going to give you are 3 stretches. These are 3 simple stretches that will not take much of your time and can be done by anybody that can maybe help you out like it's helped out the others that I have shown. But before I give you the how, I'm a big firm believer that you need to know why you're doing something to make doing the how that much easier. So why are we getting these symptoms? Why is it the upper neck? Why are these upper neck muscles so tight? Well, in North America, in the advancement in technology, as human beings, we spend a lot of time staring into screens, right? In fact, most North Americans, about 80%, have desk jobs. And if you got a desk job, 99% of the time, you're staring into a screen, okay? Hey, when you're at home, maybe you're on your tablet, maybe you're texting, right? A lot of business and communication these days is done through messaging. And so with that, you are moving your head well over your center of gravity. So let's put this into perspective. When your head is neutral, when your ear hole is essentially over your shoulder, the average human head's like 10 to 12 pounds. For every 10 degrees that you are tilting your head, you are essentially adding 10 pounds onto the weight of your head, right? So just at a 20-degree tilt, which is not very much, that might be just the degree tilt when you're driving, your head now weighs about 20 pounds, all right? You tilted it another, 10 degrees, now it's 30 pounds. Another 10 degrees, now it's 40 pounds. So you can now see and understand that as your head is going further and further across the shoulder line, that your muscles of the upper neck and upper back are having to engage harder and harder to hold your head into position. So these are the 3 muscles that I'm going to be talking about, that if we stretch them on a consistent basis, that we can hopefully be able to get rid of those headaches, maybe some dizziness, some upper neck tightness and pain, maybe issues of the lower back. So let's give it a shot. All right, the 3 stretches that I'm going to be giving you today are going to target 3 major muscles of the upper neck anatomy. Now, by no means are these all the muscles in your neck. These ones just specifically control the upper neck posture and breathing mechanics. Now, as a little side note, this is something that is very interesting, but when your posture is in malalignment, like we just talked about with the head in this forward head position, it actually messes up breathing mechanics. So you no longer breathe with your diaphragm, you start to breathe with your upper chest. And as you're engaging these upper neck muscles, then you're reinforcing this extended head position. So it's very interesting that posture affects breathing, and breathing certainly can affect your posture. So the ones that we're going to be talking about in stretching today are your sternocleidomastoid, your upper traps, and then on the back side, we have the levator scapula. So where these muscles originate and attach to, they're in a position to help elevate the rib cage. And all that really does is increase lung volume capacity. Now, this is in what we call forced respiration, which means if you're out there exercising, when you're inhaling and exhaling, it becomes a very passive process. But at rest, when you inhale, right, that is a very passive process. You shouldn't have to really engage your muscles to increase your thoracic cavity. It's actually your diaphragm that pulls down and then air flows in. But with that upper neck posture, we become chest breathers, and so now it's an active process to inhale and to exhale, right? And so we want to get away from that, because in that overuse of these upper neck muscles, it what again leads to the symptoms that we talked about, like the recurring headaches and the dizziness and the upper neck pain and the lower back pain, as your body's into this like labored breathing even at rest. So these 3 stretches I'm going to give you, again, these are very simple, and you're going to be performing these several times throughout the day, right? I would start with just one time a day, but work up to 2 or 3 times a day until your symptoms start to dissipate, become alleviated, and then maybe it's just back to that once a day. But all 3 stretches, once I show you, and you're going to take the muscle to what we consider the end point, or where you feel the muscle is maximally lengthened, you have to hold that for 20 to 30 seconds. Any less than that, you're not going to have enough feedback going back up to this guy, the central nervous system, to start to what we would say release, to let go of the activation of those muscle tissues. All right, so we're going to start with the big guy up here, known in the gyms around America as traps, right? This is the upper trapezius. And it's real simple to stretch this guy, right? But again, with our head being in this forward position, when we do these stretches, your shoulders are going to have this tendency to engage because these muscles are turned on for so long. Again, think about, let's say you work like 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, right? You're putting in 40 hours on your neck just in 1 week. Multiply that by, let's say you've been at that job for 10 years, right? That's how many hours these muscles are staying engaged. So you got to be real conscious that if your shoulder's starting to come up, you need to relax it. So what we're going to do, real simple here, I'm going to take my right arm and I'm going to put it behind my back. This is going to help to kind of release this shoulder so he doesn't have that tendency to ride up. Because as we stretch this right side, he's going to want to come up, okay? Now, you're going to take your left hand, be kind of as relaxed as you can, okay? Left hand, it's going to embrace the right side of your head, and you're going to pull your left ear to your left shoulder. Slowly pull until you feel you have a good deep stretch here, okay? Now, to time, you can either, you can have your smartphone hit start, maybe it's a clock on the wall, or you can do it the old-fashioned way. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and again, you're gonna hold that 20 to 30 seconds. Then you would just repeat, left arm behind the back. You're gonna embrace the left side of your head with your right hand, and again, you're gonna pull and stretch. So that's stretch number 1. That is for the upper trapezius. All right, stretch number 2. We're gonna be talking to the guys on the back side, the posterior side of your body. This one's called the levator scapula, right? So basically, these next 2 stretches are gonna be very similar to the first upper trap stretch, but just with a slight variation. And I'm gonna show you just that. So again, we got our right arm behind our back to neutralize the right shoulder. And all you're gonna do now is when you pull left ear, left shoulder, you're gonna look down and to the left. You will feel the stretch more on the posterior or back side of your neck. So again, once you get to that fully stretched point where you feel that stretch, engage again on that right side, all you're gonna do is take your chin and your eyes and slightly rotate your head and hold. Again, 20 to 30 seconds. Rinse, repeat on the right side, okay? Get that good stretch on the left side of the upper trap, and then all you do is kind of put a little pressure on the top side of your head to where now your eyes and your chin are looking in the opposite direction of this muscle that we're stretching right here. Again, that was the levator scapula stretch, 20 to 30 seconds. All right, the last stretch I got for you is for this guy, right? He comes from the sternum and the clavicle and inserts into the mastoid process of your skull. This one's called a sternocleidomastoid, the SCM, right? And so again, very similar to the last 2 stretches, but with just a slight tweak to engage that muscle. So again, we got the right arm behind the back. We got the left ear, left shoulder, and now guess what? We're gonna look up and to the right, right? So now we're stretching, or we're looking into the same direction of the shoulder that we have the arm that we have the shoulder back. Left ear, left shoulder, chin goes up to the right, eyes go up to the right, and hold. Again, do we rinse, repeat on the other side? Left arm behind the shoulder, right ear, right shoulder, and then once you get that stretch, you feel it real good, and it's eyes up and chin up to the left. Again, that was the sternocleidomastoid stretch, 20 to 30 seconds. Well, I hope you enjoyed my video, and I sure hope it helps you out like it has helped out so many others that I have shown those 3 stretches to. And like with anything in life, if you want to actually take effect and to deliver the results that you're looking for, you got to take a daily dose of vitamin C, and that's consistency. So do it every single day, and after a couple weeks, maybe even sooner, you should start to notice better breathing, less headaches, less dizziness, maybe some upper pain goes away, some upper neck pain, maybe some lower back pain. I can't sit here and claim that I can fix all those things, but what I know is that you will definitely start to feel a little bit better if you get those 3 stretches done every single day. I appreciate you watching my video. If you did enjoy it and it does work for you, please let me know. You can send me an email at coachjeff@tfwstockyards.com. Hey, like the video, share the video, comment on the video. I would like to engage with you guys. Follow more stuff that I do at www.tfwstockyards.com, and definitely keep your eyes out for more videos to help you move better and feel better and become the best version of yourself. Until next time, this is Coach Jeff signing out.